This is AM Joy, June 11, 2017.
Caused a lot of tension between him and his boss, Donald Trump, even reportedly leading to the Attorney General offering to resign. Now, this comes after a dramatic week in Washington, topped off by Trump's own public offer to testify under oath to tell his version of events surrounding Comey's firing. With the Attorney General in the spotlight, the biggest questions now are what will Sessions say, and will Donald Trump stand by one of his earliest political allies? Joining me now is Ted Lieu, Democratic Congressman from California. So let's start with the question, Congressman, of whether or not you expect Sessions' testimony to be public, or do you think it is definitely going to happen at all?
I urge Sessions' testimony to be public. He canceled public hearings before the Senate, House, and Appropriations Committees. He is now going to testify in the Senate Intelligence Committee. That's scheduled to be closed. I urge that it be open.
And this morning, Dianne Feinstein was on CNN. Senator Dianne Feinstein was on CNN, and this was her comments about whether or not she expects that testimony to happen. There's an interesting wrinkle in it because she's questioning which committee actually has jurisdiction to talk to him at all. Take a listen.
He's going to testify on Tuesday before the Intelligence Committee. Is that going to happen, and is that going to be public?
Don't know whether it will happen, don't know whether it's going to be public, and I challenge the jurisdiction to some extent. I'm on both committees, as you know.
Judiciary and Intelligence.
And yes, and I believe that the Judiciary Committee has the oversight responsibility for the Justice Department.
And so, Congressman, if there's now a question about which committee actually has jurisdiction over Sessions, he is obviously, oversight is provided by the Judiciary Committee. Do you think that the delay caused by those questions could mean that we won't hear from Jeff Sessions?
It's possible. I think the most important point is not which committee he testifies in, but that it's open so the American people can see what he's saying. And let me just take a step back. I don't even know why he is still Attorney General. He lied before Congress in order to get confirmed. That's a perjury charge. He also lied on his security clearance forms about his Russian meetings. Those are false official statements. He should have resigned months ago.
And are you officially then calling for Sessions to resign?
Absolutely. I've been calling for him to resign for months. Kamala Harris has been calling for him to resign. Leader Pelosi has been calling for him to resign. He needs to step down.
And let's move on to his boss, to Donald Trump. He said quite boldly in his press conference on Thursday that he would 100% be willing to testify himself under oath about Jim Comey. Do you think that he should be subpoenaed and called to testify before Congress?
I do. So this morning, President Trump tweeted that James Comey was cowardly. I thought James Comey showed a lot of courage in testifying under oath before Congress in an open hearing. I urge the president to show that same courage and testify under oath before Congress in an open hearing.
And we're going to hopefully try to get that tweet up later because, yes, Donald Trump was up early this morning, as he loves to do, and tweeting directly about Jim Comey. In continuing to talk about Comey, do you feel that Donald Trump is actually building the case against himself? There's that tweet right there. I believe James Comey leaks will be far more prevalent than anyone ever thought possible. And then he puts in totally illegal question mark, very cowardly. That's a tweet you were just referring to. Sir, in your view, is that obstruction of justice? Because the question has been, are the sort of targeting of Jim Comey on Twitter, is that obstruction or maybe tampering with a witness?
If President Trump is trying to get James Comey to stop talking, then yes, that could be obstruction of justice. And keep in mind, these are not leaks. A private citizen can disclose unclassified conversations today, yesterday, tomorrow. James Comey, like other prior administration officials, can write an entire book about unclassified conversations he had with the president. These are not leaks.
Thank you very much, Congressman Ted Lieu. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Let's bring in my panel. Paul Butler, professor of law at Georgetown Law School. E.J. Dionne, Washington Post columnist and senior fellow at the Brookings Institution.
Thank you.
Jennifer Rubin, a